this would be a fun little thing to talk about, because even though I can't be bothered to waste my life force getting angry about this, because apparently people that are negative thrive off the irritating vibes, and either they or one of their siblings is in this house as we speak. But I thought it would be a fun little video. Can you see how much stress I've endured from this situation by my very apparent right now? Why do these people exist? Why are they here? Tell me. Like, I understand the universe works together in an intricate way and we are all apparently needed for the life force of life, but I thought it's a bit of a fun story time, so let's do this. Or I don't want to say it's current because it sounds like it's going to get worse. I hope I've passed the vast majority of it because I've just been working on myself to the point where I'm learning to deal with people that are like loony. So anyway, basically this is the list of things that I've experienced my mental housemate doing in my house. I've lived in about 5 shared houses and never have I encountered someone that's a genuine psychopath, or if they have, they've never shown any sort of issue to me. I would think that you'd be embarrassed by the fact you're such a psycho, but apparently some people have no shame, something I've learned over lockdown, so there we go. So let's get right into it, the fun meat of the topic. So basically, I don't know if to start with the big stuff or the small stuff. I'm just going to go in a chronological list, because something you might be like, are you sure like that was intentional? Yeah, I am, because you'll see by the end of it. So one time there was a makeup wipe, a makeup like thing to take off, you know, the round cotton pads with makeup on it. And then it was in one place, right in the middle of the hallway downstairs. Like, first, why the fuck would you leave a makeup wipe down there? There's only one girl, so I knew who it was. And then the next minute, it's on the next floor. Like, she's moved it. That's one thing. It's like, apparently these people that have like psychopathic traits, they just enjoy wanting to be figured out. And I've realised I've like fell into that trap, but it doesn't change the fact like I've been so close to whacking her with a bat like so many times, and I'm so glad I haven't, because I would have gone to prison. But I swear to God, if it was legal to murder, I know who it would be. And I can't say, like, one time, I've got to just say, one time recently, I was throwing like metal bottles or something into the road when I was drunk and it was lockdown, which is dangerous, but someone came over to the side of the road and kicked me. So I'm not being funny, from a karmic standpoint, if I'm to like throw something at them or like hit them with a bat and deny it, like, I'm within my karmic rights, so fucking back off. So anyway, the next one is not paying bills. Not acceptable in a shared house, not acceptable. They wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning using the shower. Like, it's just not, that's the small stuff. I'm more thinking about the psychological deficits in these people. Being overly loud, waking me up and shouting at 11 o'clock at night consistently on different days, on different weeks, just shouting and screaming and waking me up. I've been down there and berated them 10 plus times to shut the fuck up. Does it make a difference? No. And it is worrying me that I'm getting to the point of being physically violent. I won't admit it. I will never admit it. Even if I was to cause a massive bruise, I'll say, do you know what? I didn't do that. Like, I'm past giving a fuck at this point. Like, these people just need to fuck off. Like, I'm literally so close to like hurting them like so bad. Like, even now, like, I know them downstairs and I just want to actually kick them or like get something really sharp and just stab them with it because I'm just over it. They've used my shampoo. This isn't like a threat. Like, I feel like someone might find my channel at some point and be like, hey, that was a threat. Like, you don't know where I live. I'm just joking, I don't want to come across like a psychopath myself, but these people, they just drive you insane. Not wiping the floor after taking a shower and leaving the floor completely drenched, which has ruined the tiling and has made the carpet outside be wet. Left loads of drain hair on the side of the shower. Bearing in mind there's only one other person besides me that uses the toilet, because the other one there's an ensuite. But if you're going to take your drain hair out, put it in the fucking toilet. Don't leave it on the side of the shower. She's pissed all over the toilet seat, like literally left piss on the toilet seat. She's taken my juice out of my cupboard, opened it and drank it herself. And she's not like signed on to any of the bills, and that is literally like the smallest parts of it. Like, it's just the fact of like every time she comes upstairs she like makes like a massive noise, and like it's just like so weird. And I'm like, I know from like my relationship with God that he looks after my like mental well-being like protects me from like psycho people, but some people, like, what is wrong? Like, go and get medicated or do something or leave. Like, when you live somewhere and you have to pay rent in a house and you have to like endure like psychopaths, like, it really just sucks. Like, you could call me a psychopath for going down there and threatening to hit them with a bat, but at the same time, I don't provoke. My psychopathic traits come out because I'm rageful of being provoked. I don't provoke, which is the difference. I react, which, yeah, a provocation and reaction, but it still keeps the dynamic in place. Where honestly and truthfully, I would fucking love to beat the shit out of her with my pole, which is right there, and I'm fucking close. I'm fucking close. Like, and I will fucking deny it. You know, take me to court. Do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna fucking admit nothing. So, at the end of the day, you can't choose who you live with, but I have never experienced something like this. Even my own family, who, I'm not being funny, have got some form of rage issues. They're not psychologically, like, mental though. Like, they're not twisted. They're just, like, they get angry, which I think anyone would. But I think when you genuinely live with people that are, like, psychologically twisted, like, that is when the issue comes. I don't really want to put negativity on my channel, but I do feel a bit better after saying this, because I just think, it's like, even now, it's like these people that just boil your blood, and I don't want to, like, react, but at the same time, I'm a human being. Like, if you have any ideas on how to cope with this, please comment them below, because I am struck. Like, I've told my landlord about the logistic stuff to deal with, in terms of, can we put something in the contract to keep them from showering at 5 o'clock in the morning every day and waking me up? Can we put something in the contract to reduce the noise or something? Can you take the bill thing and tell them to take the bills over? Like, I'm literally getting caught up in it, as we say, but it doesn't change the fact I'm making a joke of it, and like, they're the butt of the joke. Like, what's wrong with some people? Like, please fall off a bridge. Anyway, there we go. Thanks for listening, bye. Like, I wanted to just go a bit further into this, like, psychologically, rather than just the logistic stuff, because the fact is of life is that life isn't just about logistics. And I've been sat here trying to, like, watching the video, and I'm just so aware that it comes across so, like, run-of-the-mill, like, oh, they put water on the floor, oh, this, oh, that. But it's not all about logistics. Like, when people are, like, antagonistic and, like, just victim bound all the time, like, it's the attitude. Like, I understand that some people don't understand narcissism and like psychopathic, like, twisted behaviour, because apparently there's two types of psychopaths. There's a type of psychopath, to be honest, that I have traits of, which is like being angry, but then there's also the type of psychopath which is malevolent and sort of like what's the word, calculating, and that's the kind of behaviour that I'm really struggling to deal with. Like, it's just like, it's the calculating people that, like, go out their way to cause harm and issues and irritation to others that I'm really struggling with, because I'm aware I have reactive traits, but I would consider myself an empath. Like, I don't really try and get a reaction ever from other people. I would hate someone to feel uncomfortable around me. But when you pair in narcissism, there's a lack of consideration for others, but not only a lack of empathy, just a blatant not only disregard, but the joy that comes from getting attention, and the need for attention, the consistent need for attention. But not only that, it's with covert narcissists is their scheming mentality to do stuff like, you know, it's like there's no need for half the stuff that goes on that pisses me off to go on. Like, all I ask is the nice, normal household of people, not people that go out their way to do things to make me annoyed. So that is kind of the vibe. Like, it's just about how considerate you are as a person. Like, I'm trying to explain it in ways that can be understood. More so in the dynamic, because, when you are an empath, like, and you actually are considerate and even sensitive, I would go out the way of saying, yeah, I'm sensitive, but at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that other people are the complete opposite and malevolent, and it's not something that I care to put up with or be knocked down by. So therefore, this is my outlet for that, and now I feel a lot better to have put it in logistic terms. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. One other thing was just that it's just the like blatant passive aggression, like lying. Like when I've confronted them about bills and stuff, like they'll just like straight lie to me, like, oh, like some bullshit excuse which you can just tell is just a lie. It's the passive aggression and the excuse making, just like brushing it off. I just thought I'd add that in. Thanks for listening. Bye. It's just the idea of like, I know like maybe some people will watch this and just be like, oh well, it's not even that bad, like the stuff that goes on, like how it sounds, but just I think it's a case of like, it doesn't matter if you mean to do something or not, or whether it's like a big deal to certain people. If it has an effect on someone else, like, it's still valid. Like, if someone feels something, they feel something. In terms of like, I've like said it, all the little things that go on. And the fact is, like, if you run over someone's foot, like, for example, being woken up, like, if you run over someone's foot, like, are you gonna, like, if you say sorry for it, or you act like you don't, or you act like it didn't happen, or you act like, or even for whatever reason, it doesn't even cross your mind that you ran over someone's foot, is your foot still broken? Yes. So, regardless of if it's intentioned, even though obviously it is intentioned, even if there's some sort of, other explanation, everything that's happened just still happens. So I thought I'd just put that in as well. So thanks for listening. Bye. I think the most important thing that I'm getting even from out of this experience, and I hope someone else does as well, is that you you have to just vent your honest truth. Like, everyone's valid at the end of the day. Like, can we change other people? No, but in your locus of control, you have the moral ability and standpoint to process your inner truth and vent your inner truth in whatever that is. Obviously, this is my outlet for it, but I have told many people about this experience. But, I'm in my own home, like, this is how I'm going to vent this experience. So, it's just about coming to terms and sort of releasing, because it's what keeps you sane at the end of the day, to actually identify your inner truth and get the needed support and clarification on what is going on. Obviously, we all have our own level of understanding and standpoint, but this is mine and I'm valid, and I'm sure a lot of other people can relate. So there we go.